In France, the number of people out of work has reached a record high, with almost 5 million unemployed. It casts a shadow over President Hollande's optimism. The country is being pulled from its economic mire. France has now seen its jobless level increase steadily for more than 2 years. As Maria Finochna explains now, the crisis is forcing talented young French people to try their luck elsewhere.
The grass is not always greener on the other side, even for those Eurozone countries that are in dire straits. Even the bloc's biggest economies are feeling the pinch. France is now officially in crisis, at least in a job crisis. Recent data from French Labour Ministry paints a disturbing picture. June saw another rise in unemployment, with almost 15,000 more people now out of work. That's 500 new jobless every day.
We say there are more than 10% of the population unemployed. Yes, but we have to precise, fully unemployed. But almost 10% of the population is part unemployed and paid for that by the state.
The reason behind the gloomy statistics, according to the Labour Minister, is expired short-term contracts that are never renewed, as cautious companies can no longer afford to keep people.
Entrepreneurs have no opportunity to develop. Taxes are very high, bureaucracy is terrible, hiring people is a big problem, and it's even worse to fire them. The result? Businesses close and people are put on the streets.
And like in other crisis-hit countries, young people are some of the worst hit. Youth unemployment in France is above 26%, more than double the national average. Jacques Sapir doesn't see an end to the negative trend. Every year, he says, over 600,000 students graduate just to realize they're not wanted.
For decades, France was a rich country and our old people had money. There is a curious situation today whereby grandparents pay for their grandchildren's education. But when these people's resources dried out, what will we do?
Some young people think they have the answer, and that is to leave the country.
7 million tourists come to admire the Eiffel Tower in Paris every year. That's around 20,000 people every day. France is among the most visited nations on Earth. But for its own citizens, its charms are fading.
This film producer from France moved to London for career reasons. At home, he says he didn't have a future. He thinks even before the crisis, France did little enough to provide the young and ambitious with proper employment. Now, after the economic meltdown, those opportunities have shrunk to zero.
It's the whole system of the country, in my opinion. It's all stuck in this very... If you're at this age, you need to have this position and you need to study from this university. So they're not really open to ambitious people, I'd say.
Aurélien says he's unlikely to ever come back, and it seems he'll soon be joined by many others. These two French students just began their studies. Their plans to leave France on the first train after their graduation.
That is a necessary sacrifice. We can't realize our dreams here. There are no opportunities here.
Baptiste's friend adds it's a political message to the government that something's going wrong.
There is no direction. We're going down. The state has no precise line. This is something ugly and disgusting. We're not going anywhere. The future is bleak.
The authorities try to remain optimistic. President Hollande pledges to bring unemployment down by the end of this year. Skeptics say that is only feasible if most of job seekers say au revoir to France. Marie Finochna, RT, from Paris.